Hey, what is up, everybody? This is Stevie Breach coming to you here today. I hope everybody has watched all of the death of the YWC videos there is out there. I think that, honestly, this is probably one of the biggest rebirths of the YWC that I've seen in a long time. Miguel uploaded 2 videos in 2 days. I uploaded a couple videos. Ravi uploaded a couple videos. And then a lot of other people saw what we had to say, and gave their responses. Some were positive, some were negative. I can honestly say from the comments that I read, 99% of them were very positive, and I really do appreciate that. And I honestly try to make videos as often as I can. We've always made these pay-per-view previews as well as the Monday Night Raw previews, and I always have a lot of fun talking about what is going on in the world of wrestling, especially covering an entire show that is going down. The one thing that I wish I had more time to do is actually do like old school pay-per-view reviews, because that is something that honestly the channel was built on back in the day. But I honestly can't tell you the last time that I watched a show. It was a few weeks ago. I watched ECW One Night Stand. I just don't really get to watch them the way that I used to. I still have the Randy Orton DVD as well as the Brock Lesnar DVD that I need to pop open and watch and review those suckers. I wasn't able to get the Royal Rumble, and not the anthology, the Royal Rumble True Story, whatever the heck that thing was. It was on sale for $5, and for some reason WWE Shop kept saying there was a trouble with my credit card. I went as far as to call WWE Shop, and they said they wouldn't accept my card. For some reason, I called my credit card company, and I talked to them. They said that they don't know what the problem was, but they said they were going to be sending me a new card as soon as they could, so I'll just have to sit back and wait. That was one that I was honestly really looking forward to, and we'll figure out getting that one as soon as we can. The upcoming pay-per-view is going to be the Elimination Chamber. The Elimination Chamber is always one of the really good pay-per-views of each and every year. It was fun to see that one actually come back last year after not being on the schedule as a WWE network exclusive, I guess you can say. Of course, they had the Kevin Owens debut, beating John Cena. You had the chamber matches for the Tag Team Championship as well as the vacant Intercontinental Championship. I think they had a really good WWE Championship match, which I believe was Rollins versus Ambrose, and I think they actually made it look like Ambrose won the championship, if I remember right. That was a really, really good show, and that was a lot of fun. This pay-per-view being exclusive to SmackDown, honestly, in my mind, I still sort of have the same feel about these exclusive branded pay-per-views. They don't get me really fired up, but when I look at this Elimination Chamber card, it's a really good card, and it's really loaded with the women's matches. They have the tag team division all sucked into one gauntlet match. I really wish that we would have at least had like a championship match with the true #1 contenders going up against American Alpha for the titles, and at the same time sort of maybe having the gauntlet match with the rest of the teams left to be the #1 contender, and they could have had the title shot at the next pay-per-view, or they could have had the title shot at the next SmackDown. They did that a lot back in the day with older pay-per-views where they would sort of have that deal. But then again, it really shows how awesome the women's division on SmackDown is really knocking it out of the park. I mean, a lot of people really say that SmackDown is really putting the boots to Monday Night Raw. It's not like they really have a younger roster or fresher faces. It's just their style of putting together cards just blows Monday Night Raw away, whether if it's Monday Night Raw relying on older talent that we haven't seen in a long time, like Goldberg or Brock Lesnar. The people on SmackDown are going to be there each and every week, maybe excluding John Cena, but when Cena's there, Cena's there. He might take some time off here or there along the way, but everybody everybody's really in for the long haul, and everybody's really in that locker room probably has a real big positive, upbeat feeling about what is going on there. Every single division, from the top to the bottom, is really knocking it out of the park. You can say what you can say about Monday Night Raw. All of their divisions sort of seem like you can tell what's going down miles and miles and miles away. But, with, Randy Orton winning the Rumble, easily, you can think that he'll have a match against Bray Wyatt, and he seems to be the favorite at the Chamber. But then again, other than people complaining that, they don't want to see another Orton versus Cena match at WrestleMania, is it really that far to think that Cena has a chance to win that, or AJ Styles has the chance to win that? Maybe we can see that Baron Corbin's not going to win it. Maybe we can see that Ambrose probably isn't the most featured guy to win that match and go on to WrestleMania for a championship match. But honestly, almost anything can happen in every single one of these matches. Really, really good stuff. This is going to be a really good pay-per-view. Your chamber match, the winner is going to be going and facing Randy Orton. We would think. I mean, anything can happen. They could have Cena win the chamber, and then Cena lose the championship, putting somebody over on an episode of SmackDown, trying to make SmackDown really have a really big feel, or, Bray could win it. Baron Corbin has picked up a big win before the Royal Rumble. He picked up a big win, this week, on the way to the Elimination Chamber. Anything really could happen with anything on this entire show. I think that's one of the reasons why I'm really rooting for this show and really hoping that it's really going to be a good one. You got 3 women's matches on here. You've got Natalya against Nikki Bella. You've got Naomi against Alexa Bliss. You've got Mickie James going up against Becky Lynch. Those are 3 strong women's matches. You get your American Alphas. You've got the Hype Bros are hurt right now, so I'm pretty sure you're going to be having the Usos. You're going to be having the Fashion Police guys. Who else is out there? You've got the Ascension. They're back on TV. The Vaudevillains. That's going to be a packed show. And those matches back in the day, sometimes they would just have really quick falls where they would be like 2 minutes here, 2 minutes there. But those matches are always really fun and gets a lot of people on the card and gets a lot of people really noticed. And you have, you're not really going to have one team really run the gauntlet. Maybe the American Alpha gets in there and they can beat a few teams, and maybe somebody can beat them. It's not like they're really, blowing it away as tag champs. I like the fact that they're there, but they should have been there before this. And we'll see what's going to be going on with these guys as we go into WrestleMania. Hopefully they're not going to be stuck in the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal if they are tag champs. We've had tag championship matches on the pre-show for the last 3 years. I'm trying to remember 29. I guess I'm really not remembering 29 because I wasn't there. Were the tag belts even on the line at 29? Because the Shield had them, I believe. And the Shield... Oh, because they had the match against Ziggler and Biggie Langston. Oh, no, the Shield didn't have the titles then. It was Team Hell No. So and that was on the regular show. So I guess they did have a tag match. So the last 3 years, we haven't had an actual thing. But the pre-show match for WrestleMania will probably be its own 3-hour, spectacular. Probably with at least 4 pre-show matches, I would guess. If they're going to do 3 pre-show matches for the Royal Rumble, they'll probably do 4 for WrestleMania as an excuse to trying to make sure that everybody gets on the card, even though the fact that you're not really on the card, you're on the pre-show. But it is what it is. This is going to be a good show, guys. Really pumped up for the Chamber. We're going to be talking about all the matches in the next foreseeable string of videos. So hopefully you guys will all sit back. The first one is going to be that Dolph Ziggler match going 1-on-2 against Apollo Crews and Kalisto. Probably going to be the weakest match on the card. I'm not sure if that's the pre-show kickoff match or what, but that's honestly where I would put it. That match really doesn't make a ton of sense, but we'll see what's going down. Peace out, everybody, and I'll see you guys in the next set of videos.